welcome to the Go Home Show of CPW, the 10th encounter. We are just a couple of days away from Cataclysm in Miami, the very first big show for CPW. It should be a good one. You don't want to miss it. If you recall, just a few weeks ago, sister promotion Moonlight Wrestling had their very first big show with First Moon, and it surely was a banger. CPW looking to follow in that exact footsteps. But for now, we have one more encounter before Cataclysm. The final stop on the road to Cataclysm. Here we go. It is a night of fighting for your place. A lot on the card. At least in the upper card anyways. A lot of people be fighting for their spot on that Cataclysm card. But here we are in the opening contest. Over the top rope battle royale. None of these men will be on the Cataclysm card. Instead, they are fighting for that spot afterwards. What is to come? The fallout of that show. You see in the ring right now, Rain, Mason Masters, Calvin Harris, Diz, and Marco. Listening to the voice of the play. Oh my goodness!
Oh, look at that! My goodness, we didn't even get to finish introductions, and somebody is already gone.
Yeah, that is Mason Masters, I believe, eliminated by Marco. Yeah, we didn't even get the first introductions. Action, fast and heavy as always. You listen to the voice of the play-by-play commentator, Tipa Kaniku, color commentator, Vincent Vanitas, third wheel, man who is here and isn't, one reptile, Siamese. It's Calvin Harris throwing off the ropes, and Marco hits the drop kick straight to the chest plate.
Yes, what a way to start this episode. And look at Marco trying to make things happen.
Yeah, he is. He already has one. That big knee to the seated ring. He already has one elimination. Calvin Harris might have been looking to eliminate him there. We know so far that in the main event for Cataclysm in Miami, the very first inaugural Will of the Present champion will be crowned in the main event. We know Lars Alexander will be in that matchup, being the only man undefeated so far. As you see Calvin Harris trying to eliminate Diz in the corner, in that neutral corner.
Indeed, and Rain and Marco fighting it out. Rain with some great agility with a roll, another gut wrench.
Rain inadvertently saving Calvin Harris as he turns his attention to Diz. I thought he was going to throw. Oh my goodness. Just over the top. Calvin Harris with a big pump boot.
Oh, look at this.
Very nice
Calvin
agility.
Harris, very lucky.
Charge complete.
By Calvin Harris, indeed. Mason Masters eliminated so early in the matchup. I'm surprised we haven't seen another elimination yet.
Indeed, but I don't think it's from a lack of trying. Men are just on the ball right now.
Yeah, everybody hungry here in the CPW arena. And Marco cuts off Calvin Harris there. And now Diz back up to his feet. Turns to Marco. Calvin Harris looking for elimination. Diz looking to eliminate Marco. And now the double team.
Harris, they're both looking.
Well, we see a triple team perhaps. No, Marco holds on. No, wait, no, he doesn't. Yes, he does. Marco, the fighter here tonight.
Yes, look at Marco somehow surviving that situation.
Yeah, find himself in sticky situation after sticky situation, but still somehow in this thing. And oh my goodness. Look at the strength of Rain with that big shoulder breaker on Diz.
Oh, look at the strength.
Powerbomb. And then a big clothesline for Calvin Harris. Didn't even see it coming. Marco with the Russian leg sweep. Calvin Harris with the Irish whip into the corner. Looking for another elimination attempt perhaps. My goodness, Marco just cannot catch a break. Calvin Harris desperately trying to throw him over that top turnbuckle.
Oh, look at this. Tombstone by Ray.
That's a third big power move in a row by Rain on Diz. I wonder if Rain got some type of vendetta against him.
Well, they were one of the part of the rivalries. Oh, look at Marco spinning leg drop. They were part of the rivalries that happened at PHW. They were both in the same rookie year.
That is true. That is a good fact to bring up. Neck breaker on Diz. Now glancing low clothesline. Marco stays on his feet. Backbreaker with a drop kick.
Rain leaned against the rope, but nobody coming to get him.
And just as you say that, it seems like Diz heard you, but Rain immediately got back up so that they both heard you.
Then another tombstone.
This time for Marco, he looks completely out. Rain looking to pound more of the pressure on here. Just as I say that, Rain turns attention. Double axe straight to the back of Diz. Rain was looking for that elimination on Calvin Harris. Calvin Harris once again up and over the top rope, but holds on. And now Diz with the eyes in the back of his head. With the face buster. My goodness, these four men, all of them absolutely refuse to be eliminated. But there goes Calvin Harris, still on the apron for such a long time. And now Diz finally turns his attention. Will he eliminate him? No, Calvin Harris fights on. I guess a spear the second he enters the ring. Huge power bomb by Rain. Sidewalk slam. Rain standing tall for the time being, but Marco back up. Rain had an opportunity there. But Marco, the big underdog. What an oxymoron there. And eats the big boot from Calvin Harris. Now Calvin Harris standing tall. Two men on the apron. Calvin Harris looking for another big boot, but Diz had it scouted, blocked. Instead hits that springboard Tierras. Right with that agility from early, able to dodge a drop kick. A second shoulder breaker by Rain. Standing Spanish fight from Marco. Calvin Harris, and now third tombstone. Second one for Diz. And Marco somehow standing tall out of all of this.
Indeed. Like you said, that first elimination. Oh, look at this Moonlight Drive. Now just absolutely insanity happening. Will anybody be eliminated?
Yeah, somehow all of these men happen to be survivors. Just as you say that, Marco looking for his second elimination of the night. Looking to eliminate Diz.
And he might get it.
He's already up on the top turnbuckle.
Oh, Calvin Harris fighting out.
Diz manages to survive. Kick his quad, reversing to the leg sweep. And all four men continue. This battle royale continues. This is just your opening contest. First match out of 4. Look at that big shoulder breaker. This time for Calvin Harris. DDT on Rain now. So we might see a double team attempt right there.
Oh, wait. Calvin Harris.
Power bombs!
Marco out of here.
Over the top rope, my goodness. The fighter eliminated, and now spinning tombstone for Calvin Harris.
Rain has just dominated. Diz fighting out desperately. Not trying to get hit with anything more. He's already got hit with 2 tombstones.
And super kicks! My goodness, what an elimination. The final, and then taunts afterwards.
Oh, but Calvin Harris gonna try to take advantage.
Blow after blow, rights and lefts, rights and lefts. Good hesitation allowed this to breathe. A super kick back!
Diz with 2 super kicks to end the match. What a finish!
What a finish indeed. This he saw one tombstone. Yeah, this was getting absolutely obliterated. We see him hit the SOS on Calvin Harris. Getting obliterated that entire match. Tombstone from Marco. Tombstone for Calvin Harris. Tombstone for everybody.
Indeed, looks like Rain was gonna be in the driver's seat, but look at that. Just 2 moves changing the whole game around. Super kick and another super kick.
And Diz, yo, winner looking to get on the top of the leaderboards. Immediately after that fallout of Cataclysm, what a victory, what an opening contest. What a way to start off tonight's show. You are watching CPW, the 10th Encounter. We'll take a quick commercial break here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Catalyst Pro Wrestling, the 10th Encounter, the go-home episode to our very first big show, Cataclysm, in Miami. Just as I was talking about earlier, he's trying to talk about in that opening match of that hellacious Battle Royale. This is a night of fighting for your spot. This second contest, Neo versus Wildcat Tama. Both of these men are indeed a part of the undefeated club. Whoever wins this matchup will go on to face Pat in Cataclysm, getting that spot on the very first big show. You know, Neo beat William Barnett in that submission match.
Indeed, beautiful match that was. What a match.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Chelsea, England, weighing in at 219 pounds, the Professor.
As you see, just the man we were talking about, Neil making his way out here first. His opponent, the Wildcat Tama, on the 6th Encounter, won a triple threat. We saw the likes of Rain and Razor in that matchup. Now these two were both 1-0. One of them will be going on to be 2-0, and the other will have 1-1. Again, whoever wins this match will go on to face Pat in Cataclysm.
Indeed, and what a contest this will be. Neo coming out, the Professor, the submission specialist.
It's submission against power.
From Pangea, weighing in at 254 pounds, Wildcat Tama.
The second matchup of the evening. You know, Wildcat Tama, his physique, his posture, his build, if you will, not that imposing. Not to say that he's a small man or anything, Or if you walk down the street, you'll see somebody like him. But, you know, in the sense of professional wrestling, he doesn't look that intimidating. Not like someone like a Muda or John Goodman, for example. But do not get it twisted. Tama has a lot of strength behind him. He is deceptively strong. The same ranks, I would say, in the likes of Bandito and Stu Grayson. He can lift up pretty much anybody. Now here we go. It's power versus submission. Second matchup of the evening. Collar and elbow tie up. Center of the ring. Tama starting off in that fireman's carry position and Snake Eyes in the neutral corner.
Yes, right away we're seeing the difference between the two and their styles.
Yeah, immediately followed with the alley-oop bomb. And then the bicep pose and running clothesline. And that's exactly why it's called a Wildcat. Two big power moves and then immediately springs with the speed. Velocity. Very bad timing there by Neo. Ran right into the headlock takeover. I mean, the snapmare, excuse me. Now to the double underhook. Nice escape by Neo with the headbutt. Hits the big boot. Finally getting his first bit of offense.
Oh, Matrix-like maneuver.
Yeah, they collide. Middle of the air. Enziguri and dropkick. Now Neo finally getting the offense in as he's doing exactly what we all thought he would. Slowing the pace down. Trying to keep Tama grounded. If I'm not mistaken, Neo has indeed trained somebody on the Moonlight Wrestling roster. The hold up cover attempt here. Far leg hook by Wildcat. Tama gets a 2 count.
Indeed, the professor is trained, at least some people, maybe not the full-time, even part-time, the likes of Chris Dynamite, Holly Winters, and those like it. My goodness, European by Wildcat Tama. Yeah, Neo's had a hand in a lot of people. He's not to call it the professor for no reason. As look at that headlock takeover.
Nicely done. Tama immediately springs back up, but Neo there anticipated it. Now hooks a far leg. First pinfall attempt by Neo and gets a 2 count as well. Both men have gotten 2 counts on each other. In this second matchup of 4.
We've seen the difference between the two styles already. Neo working body parts, body areas, and Wildcat Tama more unpredictable, but a lot of power and athleticism behind his move.
A very classic styles matchup here as we see the octopus stretch applied. Center of the ring. As he's wrenching it back, we know that Neo will go to this submission numerous times. Sometimes as many times as it takes. But Tom able to fight out of it with the sidewalk slam. Neo rolls.
Both men standing opposite rings. Reminder of the John Goodman Muda match last week.
And the referee employs the count. Women getting their bearings. I know for a fact Neo, he will gladly take this opportunity to regain as much strength as he can. Don't know about Wildcat Tama though. I don't think anybody knows what's going through the mind of his. The count reaches 5, halfway point. Neo gets back in the ring first.
Well, they both, yeah, like you said, took as much time as they needed.
Immediately mirrors just to get onto the big boot, but reverse into a small package. Referee perfect positioning.
Oh, Neo almost got caught slipping, but only a 1. What an interesting
chess game there. We saw there, yeah, exactly. Neo thought he got the upper hand. Second headlock takeover with that big boot, but Tama also had a plan in store with that small package reversal.
Oh, look at this Neo classic backbreaker.
The second one. Tama once again back up. And Neo immediately back into the octopus stretch. Different way to get into it. Same end result.
And look at Tama stuck. Can he get over to the rope or power out? And once again, forced to power out.
Bicep flexes in the face of Neil and hits a shoulder thrust.
An outstanding shooting star. Look at the athleticism. He really is truly unpredictable.
Unpredictable indeed. Now with the strikes, 3 elbows. Double on a Tiger Driver. And he's not done yet. Gut wrench power bomb.
Oh, went for the big clothesline. The wild clothesline didn't get it. Oh, look at this. Oh, stole his move. Into heartache.
Stole his move. I'm surprised Neil had the strength to do that and gets it.
The professor shows why he's the professor. What a maneuver. Took his own move.
Took his own move indeed. I mean, Neil was in a lot of trouble right there. He was completely stunned, as you saw in the replay. Able to duck his head right the last second. Evades that wild lariat. Hits the end of heartache. Getting the victory. Neil now solidified his seat. He will be going one-on-one against Pat at Cataclysm in Miami. 2-0 versus 2-0.
Indeed, Pat's gonna have a lot on his hand. Can the rookie overcome the veteran professor? What a matchup that will be.
Yeah, what a matchup that will be indeed. As we move on to our semi-main event, time is just flying by. I feel like the show just started. Maybe that's just how fast time flies when we are having fun. But it's main event time. Just as I said, for the last 2 matches, it is a night of fighting for your keep. Jennifer X wants to be on that Cataclysm card. However, who is standing in her way is her opponent here tonight in Snow Yamamoto. Jennifer X did wind up losing her debut match. She doesn't want to miss the opportunity to be on Cataclysm though, but she's not getting a free ride. She has to win this match here tonight. She wants to be on that card.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing the social outcasts from Boston, Massachusetts, Jennifer X.
There we see her coming out here first. Just fact, she lost her debut match. That was CPW, the 6th encounter against Violet Suzuki. It has been confirmed that at Cataclysm in Miami, it will be Arisa Takano and Evan Extreme. But Jennifer X has an opportunity to make it a triple threat, but she has to be able to win this matchup here tonight.
Indeed, and what a matchup she had with Violet Suzuki. That could have went either way.
Yeah, either way, indeed. You know, luck is always a thing in a matter and just about anything. And just that night, I believe that Lady Luck just shined a little bit more in Suzuki's favor. And Jennifer X, just as you said, that could have gone either way. You put those 2 women against each other, and I think they win an even set of matchups against one another. But now Jennifer X has another opportunity here tonight in your main event. I mean, excuse me, semi-main event.
And from Kyoto, Japan, Sub-Zero, Snow Yamamoto.
Snow Yamamoto, the daughter, if you watch PHW, of Reiki Yamamoto. It'll be very interesting to see what she brings in this one-on-one contest.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our very first one-on-one contest as well. She was on the debut matchup of the women's division, CPW, the 2nd encounter, that triple threat match. She wound up losing. Lucia Marcella wound up winning that match.
Yes, Lucille Marcella is also, allies with Jennifer X. So very interesting for Snow Yamamoto to fight her second match against somebody who was allied with the person she lost to in the first match.
Yeah, absolutely. You heard the announcer the social outcast. I'm surprised you're not seeing her out here at ringside. Maybe we might. The match goes on. The bell sounds. Jennifer X started with that spinning back fist. We see Snow with that knee lift. Straight to the midsection.
This is a striker versus a technician. No Yamamoto, very Japanese style.
Immediately locks in that octopus, just what we saw Neo did. Couldn't get the full extension on the arm though. Hate to cut you off.
No problem. Yeah, a lot of matchups fast paced, but look at Jennifer X go. She can be quite vicious and brutal herself.
Yes, picking apart No Yamamoto, tagging the knee. Now taunting a downed opponent. So of course of boos. Jennifer X up on the top rope, but Snow Yamamoto gets out of dodge. Jennifer X dumped anyway!
Oh my goodness!
Hits the drop kick. Pinpoint accuracy. What a daredevil. And now look at running Liger Bomb on the outside. Crowd not happy at all. The fight spills on the outside. Just forcing Yamamoto to expend a lot of energy. Went for a running elbow. It's blocked. Oh my goodness. Pop-up punt kick. I believe that was.
Indeed, never seen anything like it. Throws her back in. Oh, goes for the pin. Very smart referee.
Perfect positioning. Gets a 2 count from it. Snow able to kick out though. And there she goes. Taking in the boos. Almost like it's powering her up. But allows
Snow fighting back.
Yeah, the opportunity to fight back. Combination then hair build. Tosses Jennifer X. I say on her opponent. Instead of worrying about the crowd. Second running Liger Bomb. A lot of power on display from Jennifer X. He goes up top.
That crowd. Into a pin.
To the midsection, but only a 2 count. And there goes the aggression, the anger from Jennifer X. That's what she originally wanted earlier. A 5-minute sky position.
JT, yes.
Looks for a leg.
And it is.
And it is. Jennifer X gets the victory. Solidifies what she wanted. It will now be a triple threat. Arisa Takano versus Evan Extreme versus Jennifer X at Cataclysm in Miami.
Here is your winner, Jennifer X.
Crowd booing, but Jennifer X doesn't care. The coup de grace to the midsection to soften her up. Then the GTS knockout blow.
And knockout blow indeed, as you see the very smug expression of Jennifer X on your screen, solidifying her spot on that big show just as she wanted. We get ready to gear up for our main event. We will take one last quick commercial break. Don't go away. You don't want to miss it. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to CPW, the 10th Encounter, the Fallout episode of CPW, to our very first big show, Cataclysm, in Miami. That is this weekend. You don't want to miss it. 6 matches are in store for you all. But before that, this final stop, the final stop on the road to Cataclysm. Just as we saw in the previous match, Rip Koloff has one last opportunity to get in on that matchup, that main event matchup for the Will of the Present Championship. However, there is no easy rise. There are no buys here in CPW. He has another big man standing in his way, and that is Big Dalton. It is your main event singles competition. Rip Koloff, as you see, making his way out here first versus Big Dalton. If Rip Koloff can win, he will find himself in that main event. You already know Lars Alexander will be in that matchup. Duke Diablo will also be in that matchup just by proxy of having the most wins, even though he's not undefeated anymore. And then just last week, we saw John Goodman solidify his spot in that hellacious match against Muda. Will Rip find his way back in that picture? We are about to find out.
And his opponent, representing the Empire of Pain, from Providence, Rhode Island, weighing in at 270 pounds, Big Dalton.
Man, what a match this will be. This is no easy matchup for either man.
Yeah, absolutely not. You said it. Because even though Dalton lost in his debut match, he lost against one of the most ferocious and just downright terrifying competitors here in CPW, and Muda. What a barn burner that was. The definition of a Haas fight. I still remember like it was yesterday, Big Dalton versus Muda. What a matchup that was. The ring could hardly contain it. We saw what Muda's capable of just last week. Again, John Goodman and Dalton stood in the ring toe-to-toe with him. So I think it should be an equally crazy matchup. Both of these powerhouses. No back down in either of them. What a night it will be. Cataclysm in Miami. Simeon Nurse versus Matt Castle. Colin Sexton versus Ryo Takahashi. Will of the Present Champion will be crowned. Pat versus Neil, we just found out. It's going to be a big one. Here we go. John Woo to start it off from Big Dalton.
What a drop kick to start. My goodness, who did Big Dalton think he was?
Yeah, I know. And a neckbreaker reversal from Rip. Dalton must have been possessed by the spirit of Sue and Yasushi Kondo with that John Woo sending Rip flying, but it almost just pissed him off as he hits a big boot off the Irish whip.
Yeah, I guess Rip heard him, and Rip is responding.
Yeah, this match is just as crazy as we thought it would be. Vertical suplex from Big Dalton. Look, Rip did not even stay on the mat for a second. He immediately getting back up to his feet. And big knife edge chop in the red corner. 2 of them. Make it a third. Now stomps to the midsection. First pinfall attempt and only a 1 count. Just walks over the body. It's like we are in store for another Haas fight here in the main event. Dalton able to sidestep the right hand. Armbringer into the STO.
Even though Big Dalton is huge, his style is quite different from all the rest of the big guys here. Way more technically based.
We didn't get to see much of it in this matchup so far. Oh my goodness, Rip just popped up from a neck breaker. Back elbow off the Irish whip from Dalton. Second pinfall attempt from Big Dalton now. This time gets a 2 count. Oh, big knife edge chop on the come up. Another chop in the ropes. Tangled all up, working the knee.
Now we're starting to see a little bit more classic wrestling moves.
Oh, big right hand. Both men on the apron. This looks dangerous here. Back drop on the apron.
Drop on the apron, my goodness. And then back to the knee.
Yeah, there it is. Now it's starting to come out. That technical wrestling, targeting the leg. Rip Pull-Up does not wear knee pads.
And look at Rip.
Dang it. Power bomb into the high stack pin, but referee says rope break. That's a big leg drop is looking like. Rip able to move out of the way. Both men dropping for position. Big right hand. Electric chair. Oh my goodness. A big one half on your shoulders. And then that left German holds the bridge.
The 2. Mike, look at that power from Rip. Oh, and they're trading.
Now they're trading German suplexes. Holds on. No. Into the 7-star lariat. Hooks her for her leg.
2. And Rip kicks out.
Dalton can't believe it.
Fight forever chance. Not surprising.
Dalton looks like he put his all into that move. Oh, Ripcord, Fireman's carry. Rip rolls out after the series of right hands. Blocks a chop. That's another right hand in. Dalton still not backing down. It gets thrown in the steel ring steps for it.
What a match.
Yeah, you said it. You heard the crowd trying to fight forever just a moment ago. Look at this. Look at that match strength. My goodness. Look at these behemoths go. Dude,
6 count.
On the outside, a count reached past the halfway mark. I didn't even realize it until you said something. Dalton throws shoulder first into the barricade. There's no cover on that barricade.
Hey.
Count of 8. Rip here's a count. Gets back in the ring. Count of 9. Will he break the count? No, he will not. Rip with the 10 count. Count out. I don't even think that was on purpose. I think they was just that focused on being the dance out of each other. He heard the count of 8 and he immediately ran back in there.
Indeed. And it felt like he wanted to go back out, but he fought his instinct, better judgment, and got the win.
But, however, I know for a fact Duke Diablo had to have been watching that, looking for something to exploit, and I see something to exploit. If Rip Kulas' emotions can get the better of him, that can lead him to losses. You know, the devil, always planning, always scheming. That might be something to look out for. But Rip also solidifies his spot for Cataclysm with a 10 count out victory. I know Dalton cannot be happy about that. It will be looking for revenge. It will have to wait though. Cataclysm this weekend. You don't want to miss it. Excuse me. 6 matches are in store. The inaugural Will of the Present champion will be crowned. It will be an historic night. But until then, this is the commentary team signing out. Get home safe. Good night, everybody.